no-no-but game. Maybe in the past, the Pirates Rockies might have been in that category, but not now, and not for the rest of this season. As we begin the final one-third of the season, every game may not be critical, but every game will be important. And isn't that what we've all wanted for so very long?
It's another Free Shirt Friday at PNC Park, and fans pouring in for this Friday night series opener between the Pirates and the Colorado Rockies. First time the Rockies and Pirates have met this season. Hi again, everybody, along with Steve Blass. I'm Tim Neverett. Dan Potash will join us shortly. Garrett Cole has the ball tonight for the Pirates, and he's known for a blazing fastball. But, Steve, his slider is now in play.
Yeah, it's a continuing education situation for Garrett Cole. To get more strikeouts, he's going to have to separate with speed. So this is a step down from the blazing fastball with the slider, and the more speed he takes off, the more strikeouts he'll pile up.
So Garrett Cole using his secondary pitch now and getting more strikeouts. Hadn't had a lot of strikeouts at the beginning of the season, but starting to solve that issue and get some other guys to swing and miss. Now for the Rockies, they have had some swing and miss nights. Their offense has really been struggling lately. In fact, in their 4-game series against the Atlanta Braves, outscored 40-13. But before June 17th, they were 37-33. Since, they're 14-26.
They are absolutely in free fall. Every category is really suffering. So you don't know with this team coming in if Colorado's going to be served straight up or continuing to be served on the rocks.
And part of their offensive woes, the fact they don't have one of their main guns in the lineup. Carlos Gonzalez, the All-Star. He is the subject of our Allegheny Health Network injury update. A middle finger injury on his right hand, suffered against the Braves. He re-aggravated it, and that swing right there against Mike Minor of the Braves. So he is out of the lineup tonight. Also, All-Star Michael Kadire is out of the lineup as well, tending to a family emergency. Cardinals are gone, Rockies are here, and PNC Park keeps rocking. Another capacity crowd expected for this one here tonight.
Ball on Roof Sports is brought to you by Toyota. Now's the time to go places with Toyota. Visit buyatoyota.com for special offers. And by PNC for the achiever in you. Let's go Bucks.
Back at PNC Park, Steve Blass, I'm Tim Never. Glad you're with us tonight as the Pirates play the Colorado Rockies for the first time this season. One of two teams that the Bucks have not played yet in 2013. The San Diego Padres the other. Garrett Cole makes his first appearance against Colorado, and he is starting to develop really before our own eyes, Steve. So he's getting set to make his 10th major league start. And when he first came up, we saw him throwing a lot of fastballs. It was more like, here it is, come get it. And now he's really developed into more of a pitcher using that wipeout slider he's got and changing speeds here and there.
Yeah, and I wanted to get some clarification too on that slider, because we talk about separation of speed. Many people will be under the impression, and I was a believer, that the slider is almost a cut fastball, so it has a lot of speed. Now, the pitch that he calls a slider, I would call a curveball, and that's a compliment because it is backing off even more than what you would do with a cut fastball slash slider. So yeah, he calls it a slider. It's a breaking ball, but the main thing is he's starting to separate speed back off the fastball. And if that slider is what he calls a legitimate slider, it doesn't matter. It's still a slower pitch, and it's getting slower and slower to give him that separation.
Roster move today for the Pirates as right-handed reliever Jared Hughes activated off the 15-day disabled list, and he is now back with the Buccos, recalled from his rehab assignment. And Vic Black sent back to AAA in 3 games. No wins, no losses, and an ERA of 4.5. So Jared Hughes is back.
He's back, yeah. Vic Black, you know, a nice thing last night. He gave the Pirates 2 2/3 innings, maybe saved an arm or two out of the bullpen. So Vic, I think you're going to be seeing him again.
Garrett Cole out of the dugout and on the field. Cole 45, getting ready to go. And so are these fans who have been filling up PNC Park this week. They will continue to do so throughout the course of the weekend. Pirates looking to get back on the winning track after a little bump in the road last night.
Yeah, everybody wants to get that taste out of their mouth from the 13-0 slashing that they got from the St. Louis Cardinals. The Cardinals were here just one day too long.
Rockies lineup: Dexter Fowler leading off. DJ LeMahieu is at second. Corey Dickerson hitting third and left. Troy Tulowitzki only hitting .220 in 17 games since his return from the disabled list. He's been battling with some rib issues. Todd Helton is at first base. Raleen Rosario behind the plate. Charlie Blackmon in right. Nolan Arenado at third base, batting 8th, and Jhoulys Chacin, the pitcher, bats 9th against Garrett Cole.
Garrett Cole making his 10th start. We'll give you the numbers for Garrett, brought to you by Chevrolet. Start number 10, and the 37 strikeouts in 56 innings, if you round it off, and that ratio will tighten up as he continues to take a little speed off the fastball. He's done just fine. Much ballyhooed, of course, is a #1 choice, and he hasn't been able to run the table, but he has done very serviceable work as a 22-year-old rookie in the major leagues. He's done just fine.
Let's take a look at the defense for your first place Pittsburgh Pirates. In the outfield, Starling Marte in left. Andrew McCutchen is in center field. Alex Presley is in right. Alvarez and Barmes on the left side of the infield. Walker and Jones on the right side, with Russell Martin completing the battery. Russell Martin back behind the plate. Tony Sanchez caught last night, and Martin had a scheduled night off last night. They want to make sure that he matches up with A.J. Burnett later in the weekend, so they're starting to plan his days off a little more carefully.
Yeah, and the Rockies will probably test him. They haven't been scoring very much, and they are a running team. I think they might be second or third in the National League in stolen bases. So, yeah, Russell Martin has one of the best, if not the best, mark throwing out runners. He's still got to get help from his pitcher, Garrett Cole. If Garrett helps him a little bit, then Russell Martin will be just fine throwing the ball to second base.
Tony Sanchez still getting his feet wet at the major league level. Been a long road for him. First round draft choice, 4th overall in 2009, but finally making it to the big leagues, and he'll be backing up for the foreseeable future now that Michael McHenry's season is done due to knee surgery. First pitch to Dexter Fowler. And it's ball one to Fowler. Fowler hitting .268. .337 on base percentage from the leadoff spot. And he drives this one down the left field side into the seats for a long strike. It's 1-1.
Garrett Cole coming off a couple starts where he went 7 innings. You like that. He's a stud. I mean, he's built like a stud. And you like him deep into ball games, and that's just what he's done last 2 times out.
1-1 is in for a strike.
At 98 miles, 98, 99, that range.
He's just getting started.
Yeah, nice range to be in.
Ray Searage hoping for a better night tonight. He just missed a little bit high to Fowler.
You can basically hear the glove popping almost up here.
See where it is. It's in the strike zone.
Could have got the call, but you know, Major League umpires aren't going to give you all that many high fastball strikes. Just be honest about it. That's been that way for a long time.
That's the slider we were referring to in the open tonight.
That's a great spot. I mean, down and in, and far enough down, far enough in, where those left-hand batters who love to golf that ball that's inside and give it a lot of lift. That's just too much of both areas. That's you're doubling down on them, literally. Far enough down, far enough in.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Dexter Fowler, the Rockies leadoff man. Now it's a full count at 3-2.
Garrett Cole's control has been exceptional.
Payoff pitch. Got him. Strike 3. Strikeout number 1 tonight for Garrett Cole. We talked about the swings and misses he's been getting more of lately. Well, he starts the game with 1 tonight.
And that didn't look like a laboring, heavy exertion fastball. All the things were in place. The good body, arm coordination, and that's what you need. The body and the arm to be in sync, and then it becomes kind of effortless compared to that laboring exertion fastball. That had a lot of nice finish. Phil Cuzzy behind the plate. Guccione Culpa and the crew chief Tom Hallion.
And the strike is called to DJ LeMahieu. Here's Tom. Going to miss Tom behind the plate this series. He's got one of the better strike 3 calls. And strike 2, says Phil Cuzzy to DJ LeMahieu, the former Chicago Cub.
And we're raving about the breaking ball, but let's not lose track how much fun it is to watch him turn that heat loose. Upstairs, yeah, that's where he delivered the ball. Russell wanted it up.
Since the All-Star break, he is 3rd among National League second basemen in batting average, hitting .327. .278 overall in the season with just a home run and 15 runs batted in. 0-2 pitch. Got him. 2 up, 2 down.
There's the breaking ball, and when you got that kind of mix, yeah, you could have a 3rd quality pitch, but I don't know. Those are pretty 2 high quality pitches. You can live with that. To me, it's kind of a combination curve slider, whatever it is.
Yeah, but how about the movement at that velocity, 90 miles an hour, and getting that movement?
Yeah.
That is a dangerous combination for any hitter. Cole strikes out the first 2. Corey Dickerson, the batter, 3 spot tonight. No Carlos Gonzalez, no Michael Kadire. Gonzalez with an injured finger on his right hand, not on the disabled list. And he says he's not going to go on it, but it takes him a little while. It's the 2nd time he's heard it. Heard it just before the All-Star game, and then heard it again the other night in Atlanta. And Michael Kadire, a family situation. He's not here today. Should return to the ballpark tomorrow.
And you can look at the numbers to see how they're scuffling now with those 2 guys not involved. Number 3 hitter with 1 home run, 4 RBIs. Walt Weiss, he's one of the good guys. First season as a Rockies manager.
A swing and a miss. Maybe caught part of it, but a strike nonetheless. 1-2.
And there he drops down to 83 miles an hour on that breaking ball. So Yeah, around 90, it's hard to call it a curve because it's got too much speed. But this is the curve ball at 83, 84 in that range. So now you got 3 levels of speed. You got 98, you got 89, 90, and you got 83, 84.
He did miss it. That ball hit the ground. 1-2. A little bit high. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. And he hit 99 on the gun. So Garrett Cole pitching to Corey Dickerson. Dickerson made his big league debut on the 22nd of June at Washington. Started the year in AAA Colorado Springs. 2-2 pitch. Broken bat flare right at Barnes. 1, 2, 3. Go the Rockies in the top half of the first inning. And the Pirates coming to bat against Jhoulys Chacín. No score at PNC Park. Park as we go to the bottom of the first inning. Starling Marte getting set to lead off. The Toyota lineup for the Pirates: Marte, then Walker, Andrew McCutchen batting third, Pedro Alvarez cleanup, Russell Martin batting fifth, Garrett Jones in the 6th hole. Career versus the Rockies: 21 games, a .333 average with 7 home runs. Presley hitting 7th, Barmes 8th, Cole 9th against the right-hander Jhoulys Chacín.
His numbers on the year: 9-5, a good record with a losing club. This 25-year-old right-hander out of Maracaibo, Venezuela, 6'3", 225 pounds.
Marte takes strike 1. Chacín has started 4 games against the Pirates prior to this one tonight. He's 1-3. Another strike to Marte. No balls, 2 strikes. 697 his earned run average career against the Pirates, but over his last 9 ball games, he is 6-2 with a .239 ERA and has a very good road ERA. Marte strikes out, and there's 1 gone. Not a good at bat for Starling Marte to start the game.
That's a battle you can't win. There's nothing you can do with that pitch in that direction, and you try to stop it, but too late.
Marte 0 for 1. Chacín will face Neil Walker right now, and Walker takes a strike. So 4 pitches, 4 strikes for Chacín.
Yeah, very good control. He has started 20 games, just walked 36. That's very good. Keeps the ball in the ballpark. Has given up just 4 home runs in 20 starts. Tries for the backdoor slider, but it doesn't duck in quite far enough to pick up the outside corner.
Well, she loves Neil. You know, she's his biggest fan. And there's a good reason why, as he puts it into the north side notch. And Walker will stop at second with a 1-out double.
And you can't get further into the notch than that as it rolled and bounced up against the 4 and the 410 sign. We all love Neil now.
First hit of the ball game belongs to Neil Walker, and the Pirates with a man in scoring position. Walker just drilling this one to the opposite field gap.
Yeah, up in that area where he can really extend his arms and just give it a full throttle swing.
Double number 15 for Walker. Here's Andrew McCutchen. His average has ticked just below 300. He's at 299. Touch due for a big night. Gets away from Willeen Rosario, but he kept it in front of him, and Walker stays at second base. Now watch the bird in the corner of the notch, right there, just escaping the baseball. I thought I saw something moving out there in the last replay, but there was a bird that was hanging around the 410 sign.
Usually that's a pretty safe area.
McCutchen up in the air to right field. Circling behind it is Blackman. He'll make the catch, and Walker will tag and head toward third base. Neil slides in safely.
Neil's getting pretty good at taking that extra base on a fly ball to the outfield. Very critical that he did that the other night and scored on a Russell Martin base hit.
For McCutchen, an out, but moved the runner up. Pedro Alvarez. Pedro's been dangerous early in games. His batting average in the first and second innings this year, 323. 13 home runs in the first and second innings this year. Leading the club in RBIs with 70. 15 off his career high of 85 set last year. And with 53 games remaining after tonight, Steve, you'd think 15 RBIs would be easy to get.
Yeah.
Game number 109 tonight. The Pirates find themselves 65 and 43, 22 games above 500. Clint Hurdle, an even record of 216 and 216 as Pirates manager. 1-1 pitch. It's up high. 2 balls and a strike. Today's Barrel Automotive League leaders stat. National League leaders in home runs. Alvarez with 27. Carlos Gonzalez with 26. Not on the lineup tonight. Dominic Brown of Philadelphia and Paul Goldschmidt of Arizona, 24 each. Barrel Automotive, we're driven to be better. Pedro to center field, and Dexter Fowler gets to it. Retiring Alvarez. No runs, a hit, and a man left. We'll go to the second inning. Pirates nothing, and the Rockies nothing.
Welcome to PNC Park as we are scoreless as we head to the second inning. And the Pirates putting in a little overtime last night, but for a very good reason, as they returned to the field after last night's game for about 45 minutes to talk to fans on Faith Night, the very first ever Faith Night at PNC Park with the Pirates. Clint Hurdle, Neil Walker, Andrew McCutcheon, and others spoke to fans about faith and how it has impacted their lives and their careers in baseball. Other teams have done this in Major League Baseball, but again, this was a first for the Bucks. And guys, I think it's fair to say it probably will not be the last.
Yeah, it looks like a terrific turnout there. A number of participants from the ball club taking part in it and just sharing another part of their lives that's separate from baseball. Giving fans a chance to know a little bit more about them. We start the top half of the second inning. Troy Tulowitzki will lead off, then Todd Helton and Willeen Rosario against Garrett Cole. Troy Tulowitzki. One of the strongest armed shortstops you're going to run across. Take strike one.
And Troy and the man in the on-deck circle, kind of household names around the Denver area.
Tulowitzki, .320 average this year, 19 homers and 59 runs batted in. Takes ball one, 1-1.
Number 17. He's closing in on his 40th birthday.
Yeah, he'll be the last guy that wears that number for that ball club.
Rightfully so.
Clint Hurdle and Todd Helton together for a lot of years in Colorado, first as the hitting coach for the Rockies, then as the manager. So he's worked extensively with Helton. It's 3-1 to Tulowitzki. Tulowitzki had a tough series against Atlanta. Went 1 for 12 against the Braves, struck out 4 times, and was thrown out of the ball game last night or yesterday.
And he's not 100% too. He's kind of dinged up, and it is affecting him in terms of mobility around the shortstop position.
Count full now. Let's see the strike 2 pitch.
Again, one of the many we see on all those corners. There's a lot of superimposed baseballs on those corners.
To left field and deep, and back on it is Marte, still going back, and this ball's gone. Troy Tulowitzki, home run number 20, and that is the first home run the Pirates pitching staff has given up in 70 innings, covering 7+ games, and the Rockies out to a 1-0 lead.
And it looked, and we'll see a replay, obviously, it looked like he kind of reached out and turned that ball back around. Let's take a look at the location. Yeah, not so far outside.
5th home run given up this year by Garrett Cole. Overthrows that one to Helton. Tulowitzki, his 5th career 20+ home run season. Out of Long Beach State. Terrific college player, and rose to the minor leagues quickly with the Rockies organization. Actually supplanted Clint Varmus as the everyday shortstop there. Varmus stayed with the club, played second base. Strike to Helton, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Helton needs 17 more hits to get to 2,500 in his career.
Defense kind of pretty much squared up on him straight away.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Helton. Nobody out here in the second. 1-0 on the home run by Tulowitzki. In the air to right field. Alex Presley, a long run. He makes the catch. Retiring Todd Helton as Helton just completes his first at bat on the anniversary of his major league debut, which was also here in Pittsburgh.
A lot of hang time, fortunately, as Alex Presley had a long way to go. You can see he was over towards right center field, but Tracks it down. Might have been having a little conversation with his glove there. Not sure what about. The ball didn't have danger in terms of depth and distance written all over it.
Catcher Willeen Rosario goes down the right field side, and that ball is going to be in the seats foul.
I'll tell you, as a right-hand pitcher, anytime a left-hander gets the ball in the air to right field, you're going to experience some of those reactions that you just saw from Garrett Cole. A little scary down that way, a little scary and a little short.
Rosario takes low. Ball and 1 strike to Rosario. 276. Cole's pitch on the way. That's a strike. Ouch. Does he get part of that?
Yeah, come on.
So bring it on. That's all you got?
Yeah. Hit me with your best shot.
Watch Cuzzy here. A bouncer towards short. Barnes close it. Makes the leaping throw to retire Rosario. And there are 2 men out. First Energy Solutions presents Zambelli Fireworks after the Bucks host the Rockies tomorrow at 7:05. Stay after the game. Fireworks will light up the Pittsburgh skyline. It's also at Eaton Park Scratch and Win Saturday, where all fans get a scratch card. Good for prizes from Eaton Park. For tickets, go to pirates.com. A big night tomorrow. Beautiful sight. That'll be replicated in real life. That great backdrop we have here. Charlie Blackmon, the right fielder, number 7 hitter in Walt Weiss's order, fouls the first pitch back for a strike. Well, there's some interesting attire in the ballpark tonight. It's like a family affair, huh?
A lot of stuff going on there. A lot of pirate gear. Swashbucklers. Corsairs.
2-1 to Blackmon. Charlie Blackmon got a hit yesterday against Atlanta, hitting .279 against right-handed pitchers. He's 12 for 43 against righties. And he'll Walker a diving stab to end the inning. Nice play by Walker. But the home run by Troy Tulowitzki off Garrett Cole, the 5th one Cole has surrendered this year, has made it a 1-0 Rockies lead. Nice play by Walker. It's a 1-0 Rockies lead going to the bottom of the second inning. They came bearing weapons tonight. Part of the Justice League there. Chacin pitching to Russell Martin. Martin takes the first pitch for a strike. 20th home run by Tulowitzki has Colorado in front. Pirates looking to counter here in the second inning. When you look at last night's game, Steve, the way that things had gone for the Pirates winning the first 4 against the Cardinals, it wasn't as though they were going to throw the game away, but I think once they saw it getting out of hand, it probably didn't bother them as much as it might have at another point in the season. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, yeah. With you know, what they had done in the first 4 games of the series, I mean, you got to temper the euphoria with the fact that you're not going to win every one of them. And the Cardinals, that's a very good baseball team. The combination of our pitching and the fact that they were a little flat was a good combination. And, they're saying that the ball hit Russell Martin, so what they say is the way it's going to be. I don't see much contact there, but
Russell might have stolen first base.
He appears not to be hurt by that hit by pitch.
Might not have even left a mark. Charlie Morton last night.
He punked a couple.
Yeah, he got a couple, but it's a night he'd like to learn from and improve on. So he was touched up for 5 earned runs in 6 innings. Garrett Jones with a 1-ball, 1-strike count.
And you know, you talk about that series, and it's almost, there's a ton of people here tonight. I think you're going to have another sellout, but it's almost like there was a little baseball, quote unquote, hangover from all the hype and all the excitement, and all the energy. Those games against the Cardinals, I mean, it was electric when they were playing the anthem, and so now we've settled back into wonderful. Not a big notch down, but now they're kind of waiting for things to happen. But it didn't take much to get everybody involved during those games, especially the first 4 games against St. Louis. It was just incredible energy. It was electric.
Jones toward the middle. Tulowitzki gloves it. It's a double play.
Of the easiest kind.
Tulowitzki, he can get that done and does it without a throw to second base. Takes it himself.
Hard hit ball just past the pitcher. Worked out well for the Rockies that Chacin did not get a glove on it. It would have been a more difficult double play. They probably would have got it done, but this made to order. 6-3.
Right fielder Alex Presley, 291 hitter. Strike 1 to Presley. Well, with the double by Walker in the first inning, the Pirates now have an extra base hit in 49 straight games. There's only been 3 games this year they haven't had an extra base hit. Diving stopped by LeMahieu, but it'll be a base hit for Alex Presley. 2-out single.
He's able to stop it, but then it gets far enough away, rolling away. It's a base hit. Yeah, just a note about Chacin. We talked about the Pirates really working him over some. 6.97 ERA coming into the game. That was a total of 16 runs in 21 innings. I mean, that's a modest, a moderate-sized sampling. 21 innings, 16 runs. He's doing a fine job for a club that really is scuffling. Some kind of similarities between the starters, both around 3.50 ERA. Both of these starters, last 2 starts, both of them going 7 innings, doing good work for their respective teams. Here's Mr. Cole.
Strike 1 to Barmes. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Looks like Garrett Cole's wearing one of those old shirt/sweaters that you used to see photographs of Honus Wagner with. You know, those long I don't think it was a hoodie that Honus had there.
No. Broken bat looper to shallow center, out there to get it's LeMahieu. He makes the catch, and the Pirates are done. 1 hit and 1 left. We'll head to the third at PNC Park. Rockies with a 1-0 lead.
On Root Sports, the Rockies with a 1-0 lead, and consistency is a must for any pitcher, and Garrett Cole has been pretty good at that so far. He's allowed 3 runs or fewer in 5 or more innings of work in 9 consecutive starts, and look at where that ranks the youngster with other Pirates since 1921. And Steve, I wanted to bring this up for a moment. If I'm correct, you had allowed 5 earned runs in just over 2 innings of work in your second start, but your 3rd appearance overall. I bring that up because as a kid in your second start, it's just not easy to go to work.
Well,
lots of stuff going on in your head.
well, the thing is, I appreciate you pointing that second start out there.
Come on.
How'd the first one go?
The first one went all right.
There you go.
But you're right. Yeah.
Thanks, Tim.
Yeah, we had the sophomore jinx deal working there.
Third baseman Nolan Arenado leading off. Well, there's the Cole train right there. I'm excited about this young man. 1 ball and 1 strike to Arenado. Arenado looks like he's going to be anchoring the hot corner in Colorado for a while. His defensive ability, they say he has tremendous range. It's this one to right center field. McCutchen calling for it. And there's 1 out. You can send us your tweets. Yes, reach us via Twitter. Steve's anxious to answer your tweets tonight. Hashtag Bucks Booth. That's how you get us directly here in the booth. It's hashtag Bucks Booth. And we're waiting for your comments or questions about the Pirates. Pitcher Jhoulys Chacín takes ball 1. You know, today was a Follow Friday on Twitter, Steve.
A what?
A Follow Friday. Every Friday's a Follow Friday.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
I thought you knew.
I don't. Learn me. Learn me.
1 ball, 1 strike pitch. That's up high, 2-1.
Let's follow fire.
What's that saying about old dogs? All right, Follow Friday.
They've avoided a lot of cars, is what you say about old dogs.
2-1. That's it for a strike. Follow Friday is when people try to get others to follow them on a Friday. It's kind of a
Why
day
not a follow Thursday then?
because Thursday doesn't begin with an F. There's no alliteration there.
And no sense either.
This pitch fouled back. Two balls and 2 strikes to Chacín. 1 out, nobody on. Here's the pitch from Cole. Ground ball to short. Good hop for Barnes. 2 down. Well, it is a follow Friday. You can follow us on Twitter at Root Sports Pit for team news, special giveaways, and behind-the-scenes looks at your favorite teams. Join the conversation with Robbie and Smikowski, Dan Potash, Rob King, and more on Twitter, and tell us how you root for the Buccos. See, it all kind of blends together.
It does.
It all kind of fits. Like
More
a
than you know.
piece.
More than you know. A pirate for life. I got a flag like that. I got that exact flag.
You got a book cover like that.
That's similar. Yep. A little stuff going on.
Back to the top of the order, Dexter Fowler.
That means I get to give a shout out to my buddies, the Pulowski family, Mike and Kim and their kids, for bringing me that flag from, I think, down at Hilton. That they were on vacation. They found that for me. So, that's my first. Well, we have a moment
Is it
tonight.
First,
Yep.
yeah, we're only
Start
in the
counting. Start
top
counting.
of the third, so
Yep.
we got a long way to go, Steve.
Yep.
You got any more?
You do your Twitter. I'll do my. Well, we have a moment.
Okay. 1-1 pitch to Fowler. 2-1.
And while we have a moment, I want to send out thanks to Denny Pruney and his dad for fixing up my Mustang. My Mustang looks brand new now.
It does.
I'm going to break it out for the summer.
That's beautiful. 2-1. I'll tip into the glove of Martin for a strike. 2-2. I'll put the top down and cruise around the South Hills.
Yep. We'll do it. We'll do it all day tomorrow after this Pirate win tonight.
2-2 from Garrett Cole to Dexter Fowler. Fills up the count.
How about that quick? I got 2 of them out of the way.
Looked over your shoulder. There's a long list.
No, there's not.
Payoff pitch coming. Broke his bat. And Walker from the outfield grass has to hurry his throw, and he just gets it. Garrett Cole blows up another Rockies bat, and Walker makes the play. 3 up and 3 down for Colorado. Another nice night in the Berg. It's a 1-0 Colorado lead as we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Jolly Roger hanging across the Allegheny. More like that. I want to see more like that across the river downtown. Garrett Cole leads off, takes a strike, but all around town, no matter where you go, suburbs or wherever, seeing more Jolly Rogers hanging from flagpoles on people's homes. Saw a bunch more today. Just signs on businesses. Let's go Bucks.
Buck fever.
They're everywhere. Ball and 2 strikes to Garrett Cole. Backing them into PNC this week.
I tell you, wherever you point those cameras, Pittsburgh Pirate fans. Great to see.
I'd love to see him dressed up too in the Pirate gear. A lot of kids coming to the ballpark.
You want to sell the game to the children.
Keep calm and raise the Jolly Roger.
I like it. Creative stuff. Wonderful.
The 1-2 to Garrett. Puts it in play to the right side. Todd Helton will glove it. Tosses to Chacin for the out.
Speaking of, well, we have a moment. We had the privilege of being downstairs with the 65 Roses Club to support all the research and work done to find a cure for cystic fibrosis. We have several receptions during the course of the year. Folks pledge for Pirate home runs. Jeff Carsons has been very strong in promoting the 65 Roses Club. Get some high fives and 1-5, all kind of fives. But great turnout, and 3,000 from State Farm. It's been a wonderful program. All started by a youngster who couldn't pronounce cystic fibrosis, and it came out 65 Roses. And every major league team has a group that supports that.
Bouncer over the mound. This will be a tough play for Tulowitzki. He won't make the throw. And a base hit for Marte.
Troy came in. I don't know if he tried to get it bare hand and didn't throw, whether he didn't think he had enough time and it was going to be a play that he couldn't make in time, or he just couldn't get a grip. You know, when you go after the ball barehanded, it just doesn't automatically get into a throwing position in your hand. I think right there he has a chance to at least throw it. I don't think he got a real good handle on it.
Marte leading the club with 31 stolen bases. He's 1 for 2 now. And Walker at the plate.
By the way, just to finish up, Greg Brown, very much a part of that. He and I have been honorary chairmen of the CF projects here in the ballpark. I'm very proud to be a part of it.
Walker takes a strike. O'Neill 1 for 1. He doubled into the north side notch. His first time up for double number 15 on the year. Marte off of first. Just seen the stretch. And the 0-1 pitch to Neil Walker. It's 0-2. Pirates looking for a way to get a run across. Tie this game up. Wednesday night was a big night for Neil. Went 2 for 4 with a home run. But it was a tag play from first to second that might have been his biggest play of the night. On a fly ball hit to left field by Pedro Alvarez. That got him in a scoring position in the 8th inning for Russell Martin to drive him home with a base hit. Proved to be the winning run. Two is ripped to right field. That's going to get down into the wall. Marte around second. Marte is going to be held at third base, and Walker is in with his second double. Pirates with runners at second and third, and 1 out.
Boy, would you love to see Neil Walker heat up. And I think the thing that a lot of fans are thinking about, we're thinking about too, the bats for the Pirates have been relatively quiet the first 2/3 of the season. If they can get hot and support this pitching staff, it would be huge, and Neil Walker is heading in that direction. Big time double to the notch in left center field, and this one, crack of the bat, sending it past Blackman in right field. 2 different directions, same result.
And Andrew McCutchen coming to the plate now with a great RBI chance. 2 men in scoring position. Takes inside.
And you got to be wondering what the Rockies are thinking, because they got torched in Atlanta before they arrived here. I mean, they got beat up.
Well, the Rockies were outscored in the 4-game series with the Braves, 40-13.
Yeah, that's 10 a game. That's torched.
Gave up a lot of runs. 1-0 coming to Kutch. Base hit. Marte scores, and the ball game's tied at 1.
That ball was torched. If it's not hit that hard, the second baseman has a chance to make the play.
3 straight hits for the Pirates. Just going the other way.
It's not very far out of the reach of Lemieux. And if it's not hit that hard, he's got a chance to snag it.
Walker's at third base. He represents the go-ahead run. 1-1, bottom of the third, 1 out. Pedro Alvarez, a chance to give the Pirates the lead for the first time.
You feel the energy level rising. If there was a meter, that arrow is going straight up right now. Pirates are on the board, and the fans are on board.
Great during the Cardinals series to hear the fans chanting in unison very loudly, "Let's go, Pedro." Really had a playoff atmosphere around here. Hoping to replicate that as they root for the Bucs again this weekend.
You want to find something you can get out of the infield. Pedro got a very, very comfortable RBI opportunity at third base with 1 out.
Down to first, Helton goes to second for 1. 3-6-3 inning-ending double play, and the go-ahead run stranded. But the Pirates do get 1 and tie it up. It's a brand new ball game heading to the 4th.
Pirates Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Barrel Automotive. We're driven to be better. And by Levin Furniture and the all-new Levin Mattress Stores. For a great deal on a new bed, shop Levin's. Let's go Bucs!
Looks like a Pirate fleet.
The Armada is gathered on the Allegheny River. Andrew McCutchen, an RBI base hit, scoring Starling Marte to tie the game. And Jhoulys Chacín not very happy. Gave up 3 straight hits that inning, but he was helped out by Todd Helton's glove from the 3-6-3 inning-ending double play hit into by Pedro Alvarez.
Yeah, and Helton's been around long enough. He knows it's all about the quick release. Got the ball quick release. Didn't have to have a lot on it. As long as it's quick, get it to your shortstop. It'll give you the opportunity to get the double play.
Pedro 0 for 2 tonight. Leading off for the Rockies against Garrett Cole is DJ LeMahieu, the second baseman. 2, 3, and 4. LeMahieu, Dickerson, and Tulowitzki. Bouncer to Barnes. Quick out. Appreciate a lot of the tweets that have come in. Hashtag BucksBooth. You look at the scroll on the bottom, brought to you by AT&T. A lot of them about Garrett Cole. All aboard the Cole train tonight. Cole 45 starting out smooth. Double-digit Ks forecast. So you can keep them coming in at hashtag BucksBooth. One out. Here's Corey Dickerson. Strike one to Dickerson. Hit a soft liner with a broken bat to Barmes to end the first inning. He's 0 for 1.
You look at Garrett Cole and you don't think 22 years old.
Base hit. 1 on and 1 out for Colorado.
The way Garrett handles himself around the mound, he looks like a very mature 22-year-old.
Troy Tulowitzki coming to the plate. He put the first run on the board for Colorado with a home run to left field that just kept on carrying out of here. Marte thought for a moment he'd have a chance, but he ran out of room. Home run number 20 for Tulowitzki.
You got the bottom half of the ball. It had that carry, that underspin that just keeps lifting and carrying. He's not what you call a small guy that plays shortstop, Troy Tulowitzki.
.23 average, considering he's not hit very well since coming off the disabled list. About 220. He's still up at 323. Tells you how good his first half was. Tulowitzki locked up in Colorado for a long time. He'll probably be one of those players that is now rare today that plays his entire career with one team. He's 3-0. Tulowitzki, an all-star again. Third time he was an all-star selection. Todd Helton prepares himself to come up. 1 out and 1 on. 3-0 pitch from Cole. Strike call.
Talk about Helton. There's a few all-star jerseys in his closet.
Helton, a 5-time all-star. Three and 2 now to Tulowitzki.
Cole trying to get all the way back.
Garrett Cole has just given up 2 hits, and one of them a home run to Tulowitzki. The other hit, Corey Dickerson. He's at first. Long pause. There goes the runner. Pitch is low, ball 4. Cole missed his spot, and now the Rockies have 2 on and 1 out for Helton. Here's tonight's Firestone Complete Auto Care Extra Mile Index. The active leaders in career doubles. Todd Helton, 579. Derek Jeter behind him. Albert Pujols tied with Jeter. Alex Rodriguez and David Ortiz.
How about that list?
It's pretty impressive.
And he is strong on a lot of lists.
He is 76th on the all-time home run list with 361. He's tied with a certain former Yankee. Want to give it a guess as to who he's tied with?
376.
361.
361.
He's 76th on the list, but with 361.
Lou Gehrig.
No.
Okay.
Outfielder.
Joe DiMaggio.
Jolton Joe. Since 1921. His average in the month of August. Second overall in baseball since 1921. Behind the guy you mentioned, Lou Gehrig. Lou Gehrig hit .359 in his career during the month of August. Todd Helton .358. July hasn't been there. May was not very good for him. He has played well late throughout most of his career, long career. 1-2 pitch. Struck him out. Strikeout number 3 for Cole.
Couldn't have come at a better time.
Now 2 men out.
Breaking ball. You can see the twist of the hand at the release point.
.91-mile-an-hour slider. Willian Rosario with 2 on and 2 out. Takes low for a ball, 1-0. Pretty experienced catching tandem here in Colorado with Rosario and Yorvi Torrealba. It's Torrealba's second tour of duty with Colorado. 1-0 pitch. Foul down the right side, and it's 1-1. What's the key thing about throwing an effective slider?
Well,
there's one key to doing it.
It's all about control, because it doesn't have as much speed as the fastball, so you want to keep it out of the middle of the strike zone. You want now, for instance, you got a right-hand batter up here. You're going to want to keep the slider away from a right-hander. A left-hander is a little bit different. You can give him that backdoor slider where you start off the outside corner and break it in. Because the beauty of the slider is that it doesn't have the spin of a curveball, so you don't see a breaking ball coming. It's just off the fastball, so it doesn't have as much spin to give it away. So the slider is all about control, because it doesn't have the speed of a fastball, doesn't have as much break as a curveball. It's got to be located. Ted Williams said it was the pitch that changed baseball, in his opinion, because of the deception.
1-2 pitch. Gets away from Martin. The runners will move up. Wild pitch. Dickerson down to third base, and Tulowitzki over at second now.
And it can be a tough pitch to catch if it's thrown this badly.
It can be tough to control sometimes, it looks like.
But one of the things that is attractive to pitchers about a slider is it's an easier pitch to be a breaking ball. It's an easier breaking ball to be consistent with than the curveball. The curveball is a much more delicate pitch to throw with control. There's a lot more moving parts to a curveball. Slider is just basically you cut across a fastball. Curveball, you have to release it with a lot of spin. It's got to be released out in front. It can't be released in back of you. It's an easier pitch, an easier breaking pitch to learn.
And 3 balls and 2 strikes. Second and third for Colorado. Payoff pitch to Rosario. Popped him up foul. And into the seats. The count will stay full to him. Just looked at the scoreboard, Steve. St. Louis off to a big start against Cincinnati tonight. 5-0 in the third inning. Cardinals.
We got them fixed up. It was only a matter of time. It also tells you how good our pitching was against St. Louis.
Again, 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch from Cole. Put him on the handle and fouled him back.
99. I wish we could adjust our gun so it just, even if you threw 96, it would show 100, because people want to see 100.
There's one Cole. There's another Cole.
Cole to Cole.
Stu Cole. Got him swinging.
Slider.
Slider effective. Strikes out Rosario. 4 strikeouts now for Garrett Cole. Now, as you see the Jolly Rogers waved high. 1-1. Going to the bottom of the 4th inning. Talking about the slider, Steve. Jhoulys Chacín has one of the better sliders in baseball. We look at some numbers here. The gray, the major league average. The purple, that's Chacín.
Yeah, and his colors are all better. Batting average against, he's better. The slugging percentage, the chase, the whiffs, and the strikes. He's got one of the better ones. He measures up very, very favorably against an average major league slider. So we've got a couple guys here that can throw that slider cutter. You know, you can call it a couple different things, but it is a slider.
He delivers the breaking ball for a strike to Russell. 1 ball and 1 strike. Martin hit by a pitch in the 2nd inning, got first base for free, and then was erased when Garrett Jones hit into a double play. Pirates have hit into double plays in consecutive innings. In the 2nd, Jones, and in the 3rd, an inning-ending twin kill hit into by Alvarez.
Not all that surprising. Here's a guy that doesn't really give up hardly any home runs. So guys that don't give up home runs usually keep the ball downstairs. Guys that keep the ball downstairs get double plays. That's like that commercial that keeps going on.
It's 3-1 now to Martin. Since the All-Star break, Martin is 12 for 36. Good for a .333 average. 3-1 is hit into the gap in left center field. He's got himself another hit, his 13th since the All-Star break. And the Pirates have the leadoff man aboard in the bottom of the 4th inning. Well, Bucco fans, you can save big when you purchase the Pepsi Max Pack, available every Friday and Sunday Pirates home game. Get a hot dog, pretzel, Pepsi product, and an outfield box seat, all for only $28. For tickets, go to pirates.com/Pepsi Max. El Toro. He'll be up in a little while. Martin's at first with Jones at the plate. Garrett takes a strike. Jones hit into a double play started by Tulowitzki at short. Went 6 unassisted over to 3 to Todd Helton at first base. 254 the average right now for Garrett Jones. 1 on, nobody out. 1 ball and 1 strike. Jones has played a lot of first base this year. Seems like his defense this year has been much better. Although he does get replaced for defense late in games by Gabby Sanchez when he starts. Sanchez, an exceptional defensive first baseman. 1-2 now to Garrett. Martin at first, held on by Helton. Helton playing his 8th straight game. And that's significant because he doesn't play in a lot of consecutive games. He'll play 5, 6, 7 in a row, but playing his 8th straight. Let's take a look at this tweet. Came in at #BucksBooth. If the basic difference in throwing a ball is the grip, why can't all pitchers throw the same type of pitches?
They can if they work on it. They could all throw various pitches and make them do the things that all the various pitches do, but they'll wind up with favorites, the ones that work best for them. You'll see power guys throw more fastballs. Okay, now just a little primer on the slider. Fastballs are released like this. Sliders are just fastballs that slide sideways, and it doesn't put much spin, as opposed to a curveball that we'll get back to.
Well, Martin almost decided to go and then put the brakes on. Rosario couldn't find it momentarily. That moment of panic set in for the Rockies catcher, but Martin stuck at first.
So Russell Martin's dilemma. Oh, go. Should I go or should I stay? Isn't there a song like that?
You just had it backwards, that's all. But you're right. Should I stay or should I go? The 2-2 the count to Jones. The pitch coming from Chacin. Full count.
I think it was a good idea for Russell to stay.
And it goes on to say, if I go, there will be trouble. If I stay, it will be double.
You got it. Can you give me the artist?
Clash?
Sounds good to me. I don't know.
We'll give you that guess. I don't know. Yep. You brought it up. I can't remember. 3-2. Top foul. Russell had a head start.
Just a quick return to the little pitching primer. We got the fastball, we got the slider, and it's different than the curveball because the curveball does this, and that's what imparts all the spin that can tip off the batter sometime. But the fastball and the slider basically have the same spin, so it's tougher for the batter to decide, is that a fastball or a ball that's going to break on me a little bit. And the beauty of the slider, when it's easier to control, is you can throw it behind the count. Gives you a breaking ball when you've got a batter 3-1 or 2-0 and he's looking for a fastball.
Full count pitch hit to second base. Garrett Jones has hit into his second double play. And Russell Martin a little bit slow to get up. Russell had a head start too, and the ball was hit sharply enough by Jones that LeMahieu was able to get the ball to Tulowitzki quickly.
That cost them a little time right there and gave them the opportunity. When you see a runner doing that, you know you're going to have the time you didn't think you had. Late, very late slide, but didn't look like any impact on the bag.
Pitch to Alex Presley is in for a strike. Trainer Todd Tomczyk, as Martin sat down, came over and asked if he was okay. Russ said, yep, no problem. So he's strapping the gear back on. Two outs and nobody on. Presley taps this one foul. Hit his bat on the backswing. So it's 0-2 to Alex.
Juggling act by Rosario. Oop, how about that?
Jacin's 0-2. To the right side, foul. Bottom of the fourth inning here. 1-1 game. Pirates tied it up in the bottom of the third. 3 straight hits. Cutchin had an RBI base hit. His 60th run batted in. Got Marte across. Walker has 2 doubles in the game. Doubles 15 and 16 on the season. The lone Colorado score came off the bat of Troy Tulowitzki, leading off the second. A home run off Garrett Cole. 1-1. Oh, 2 pitch to Presley. Got him looking. Alex strikes out. Inning had a promising start with a Martin single, then the double play. And then Presley goes down looking. 1-1 heading to the 5th.
The top of the 5th inning here on Root Sports. And what if this were your summer vacation? That's right, 8 cities, 9 baseball games in 10 days, all by car. Well, that's the trip that Jim and his grandson Bobby are taking. They're here from Chicago. This is the 3rd summer that you guys have decided to make this little trek from Chicago in your car to different ballparks. What spurred the idea?
We just came up with the idea a couple of years ago. We stayed local the first 2 times, the Midwest, and now we're going out to the East Coast, and it's going to take 10 days.
Now, some of these ballparks are repeats, including PNC Park. Why are you here for a second time?
Well, it's on the way, and it is my favorite park out of the ones we've visited so far.
And now I've got your story. Bobby, I need your story. What's your favorite ballpark? And be careful, you're on the Pirates TV network.
Comerica Park, Detroit Tigers ballpark.
Okay. I can't do anything about the favorite ballpark, but I can do something about this Rockies shirt. Here we go. It's a pre-shirt Friday, so yeah, you got to put that on instead and take that. Don't cover that up, that part. That's a Pirate part. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so you keep them out of summer school or you keep them out of summer camp to make this trip?
Summer camp. We baseball Little League seasons.
All right, so what's better, summer camp or this?
This.
All right, when you come back for your 3rd time, PNC Park's got to be your favorite park, okay?
All right.
I'll make sure you answer me that, okay?
Okay.
All right, guys, back to you.
Charlie Blackmon flies out to Starling Marte. I mean, Danny gave him a new jersey and everything, and he better say PNC Park. He better change too, because that's okay. There you go. Start to change. Attaboy. Now he's much better
buddy, well done.
dressed.
Next time, Matt.
1 out for the Rockies in the 5th. Batter will be Nolan Arenado.
Back in the day when the Pirates played the Rockies, whether it was here or in Colorado, it was never 1-1 in the 5th inning. Never. I don't think it's ever been 1-1,
especially
at Coors
there.
Field.
You know, they do have the humidor that they keep the baseballs in there. It has evened things up a little bit. It's not like it used to be.
That keeps them dry or wet or cold or hot. What does it do?
It softens them up.
Softens them up.
Softens them up enough. And So it's more of an even playing field than it used to be. 1-1. 1-2. You ever play golf in Colorado?
Oh yeah.
Colorado Springs is a place to play golf because 7,000 feet above sea level, everybody's Tiger Woods there. You hit the ball in Colorado, it never doesn't come down.
Well, I know. I've played there a lot.
1-2. Fouled back. I thought you might like it. I get to play a couple times in Colorado Springs at the Air Force Academy a couple different times, and at Broadmoor.
Yep, we played at the Broadmoor, and you even get songs in the background at the Broadmoor.
1-2.
The bells.
This one's fouled off. I learned a hint playing on the Air Force Academy golf course from the athletic director there. He said all the putts break toward NORAD, and he points out NORAD in the mountains. And you know what? It's true.
I'm going to remember that. Let me write that down.
All putts break toward NORAD. Ray's making a note of that too. That's capital N. He's got it. Nolan Arenado, 1 ball, 2 strike count. Miles an hour.
Triple digits. There we are.
Against the Angels in Anaheim, he hit 101 4 times. Lifted into shallow left center field. There's Barmes to retire him.
Nice quick break. There, Clint.
MLB.com at bat, celebrating 5 years as your #1 mobile app for live baseball, available for iPhone, iPad, Android, and BlackBerry 10. At Bat delivers Pirates baseball with live audio, pitch tracking, stats, highlights, and more. Text at bat to 31826 or visit Pirates.com for details. Pitcher Jhoulys Chacín at the plate. He's settling in. One ball and 1 strike to Chacín, who grounded out to Barmes at short in the 3rd inning.
He wouldn't be the first young man that slept with his glove in bed. A lot of us grew up that way. That's when you're ready to go the next morning. Look out the window, make sure it's not raining. You got your glove right there.
You ever break in a glove like that? Put it between your mattress and sleep on it?
No.
With a ball in it?
No.
1-2. He struck him out. And he'll give himself up as Russell Martin tags him out of the drop 3rd strike. 5 strikeouts now for Garrett Cole. Nice night on the North Shore. Pirates need a run.
Roots Sports is brought to you by Day Automotive. We're going to make your day. Let's go Bucks.
Pirates won, Rockies won as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Clint Barmes will lead off against Jhoulys Chacín. Barmes, then the pitcher Cole, and then Starling Marte. Barmes flied to center field in the 2nd inning. He's 0 for 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Chacín enters the game 9-5, and the Pirates are going to see the Rockies' 3 best starters during the course of this series. Barmes pops this one up on the infield, and Arenado under it for the out. So 1 gone as Barmes pops out. On an all-new Inside Pirates baseball, see how Russell Martin has helped push the Pirates over the top. Check out the pitch that has once again made Francisco Liriano a lights-out starter. Hear what's said between players while at first base and much more. It's a new Inside Pirates baseball presented by Allegheny Health Network. Debuts tonight after Pirates postgame on Roots Sports. Todd Helton's looking forward to it. Todd's one of those guys, being a first baseman, any first baseman is subject to having a lot of conversation in the course of a game. So he's had a lot of different conversations out there. Former quarterback at the University of Tennessee, too. So
Backup.
He backed up Peyton Manning, who is now playing in his hometown, Denver, with the Broncos.
I interviewed Todd a lot of years ago, and I didn't know much about interviewing. I said, you ever wish you'd stay with football? He looked at me like I had 3 heads.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Garrett Cole. Grounded to the left side. Tulowitzki handles it. Just flips it over there. If you were teaching a kid how to throw from shortstop, that's not the way to do it. But Tulowitzki's so strong and so smooth that he's developed his own style. It's like Clint Barmes with that leaping throw.
His own style also. Yeah. Really could have taken a lot more time, threw it on the run because he's that confident with it. Could have stopped, set his back foot, and thrown over. But these guys are that good. You see Mr. Barmes, Alex Presley.
Strike 1 to Marte. Marte has scored the lone Pirates run tonight. He's 1 for 2.
A whole lot of pitching going on here tonight. Mr. Chacín, Mr. Cole.
I told you about Chacín's road earned run average. It's one of the best.
190.
Yeah, 190. And the only guy better is the Pirates' Jeff Locke at 183. One and 1 to Marte. Off of Chacín and to Tulowitzki.
Be careful. That's pitching hand, arm, or elbow. That got him on the wrong hand from the Rockies' perspective.
Well, Chacín saved a base hit right there, but he's wearing it right now. This one going right to center field, and it's off the arm of Chacín. Jhoulys Chacin, the Rockies pitcher, got in the way. We'll take a look at it here.
Up near the elbow, but he's shaking his hand, but looking at the elbow.
Maybe on the forearm?
Maybe just below the elbow. There's not much protection there.
Rosario took a look at him on the way off, and as Chacin proceeded to the dugout. You can see that bruise on that arm. Keith Duggar, the trainer, taking a look at it. And he says he's fine.
Concern is dismissed. Well, they're both pitching well. They both wear number 45. Chacin, Cole, both coming in with a 3.50 ERA, both having gone 7 innings their last 2 starts. Matched up, and the results are even.
Top of the order for Colorado, Dexter Fowler. He's 0 for 2. Takes a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to Fowler.
It's always the question, Tim, when you match up against a team and you're doing well, is it because you're pitching so good or they're flat? You catch them at the right time. That's a phrase that's used a lot, if you catch a team at the right time. Now, the Cardinals came in having just come from Atlanta where they were swept, and so maybe they were a little flat. But the Pirates pitched exceptionally well, so you got that combination. Now the Rockies got beat up by the Atlanta Braves. Another pitch that just barely misses. So are the Rockies flat, or is Cole pitching that well? Usually that's the bottom line. Usually it's a combination of both.
3-1 to Fowler. Now he walked him. Leadoff man is aboard. Rockies like to run. They may try it here. Fowler has 14 steals.
What's the downside of trying to steal a base, getting thrown out and running into an out, giving the other team an out? I mean, it's not all weighted in one direction. You got a leadoff man on in a tight ball game in the 6th inning. You want to risk running into an out when you might have a little something going? Stay tuned. Pirates think he might be thinking along those lines.
Fowler's been thrown out 6 times. And 20 attempts. Strike 1 to DJ LeMahieu. LeMahieu struck out in the 1st inning and then grounded out to Barmes at short in the 4th. 0 for 2. Long stretch by Cole. Now it's 1-1. One to LeMahieu. Fowler off of first base, and the throw over there by Garrett. Dexter getting back. Chacin's got some sleeves on now.
Well, those sleeves like Andrew McCutchen wears, the kind of compression sleeves. I don't know what they exactly do, but you see them on several players. Andrew usually wearing a white one, and he has one on tonight. Doesn't look like much of a compression. It looks fairly loose, but hard to tell.
One ball, 1 strike pitch coming. There goes Fowler. Ball is fouled away.
Very good jump by Fowler, so appreciate the foul ball. Well, just got information down in the truck that the compression sleeves compress.
Staff was all over that one, weren't
Yep.
they?
No, that's the kind of
Steve
backup.
Staff.
That's the kind of support we get.
Well, they're here to help you, Steve. That was a pretty solid piece of information, and it was accurate. Here comes the 1-2 to LeMahieu. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Top of the 6th inning, 1-1. Pirates have action in the bullpen. Justin Wilson. Cole's 2-2 pitch. Fouled off down the right field side. Is Cole changing his stretch times to throw off Fowler?
Oh yeah, yep. That's one of the things you do. You come down and you hesitate a little bit, or you hesitate a lot. You set for a long time, or you just bounce a little bit. That's a long hole there.
Cole agrees with the sign from Russell Martin, and the 2-2 on the right field line. That is curling foul and out of play. Sliced into the seats. Count stays 2-2. Pirates have a run on 6 hits. The Rockies have a run on 2 hits.
And Garrett Cole has just thrown his 96th pitch. He has not broken through that glass ceiling of 100 pitches. Wilson continues to throw.
There goes Fowler. Swing and a miss. Throw down. Not going to get him. Stolen base number 15 for Dexter Fowler.
And see, there's a classic example. Russell Martin has been doing a great job, but if you don't have time, if the pitcher doesn't help you, that's a substantial jump there.
Rare bad throw by Martin.
And sometimes those bad throws are created by the fact that they have to rush because the jump is so good by the base stealer.
Fowler in scoring position. He represents the go-ahead run for Colorado in the 6th. Batter is Corey Dickerson, 1 for 2. Strike 1 to Dickerson. Rockies 8 games under 500 at 51 and 59. That's a season high. Also 8 games out of first place. That's also a season high for them. They're in 3rd in the National League Western Division. Walt Weiss, first year as skipper there.
He also has Dante Bichette, one of the former Blake Street Bombers, as his batting coach. Bichette and Larry Walker, third baseman, that hit a bunch of home runs for. Trying to think.
Vinny Castillo.
Vinny Castillo, yeah. They're kind of the core of the Blake Street Bombers. Is that Dante right there? Yep.
Dante Bichette's son is a prospect in the Yankee system now. Bichette took some time off to coach him while he was in Little League.
Drops that curve in nicely. 0-2, driver's seat against Dickerson.
1 out, top of the 6th. Man on for the Rockies. A leadoff walk to Dexter Fowler. pulled foul. Another souvenir in the front row.
Got his glove. A good-looking glove it is. It's about half the size of most Major League outfield gloves right now.
Yeah. That's a big one. I think that's a softball glove he's got. His right there, Barmas, that's an 11.5-inch glove. The infielders like him smaller. That particular glove he has had for over 7 seasons. Think about the number of spring training games, the number of regular season games.
You can. Well, Neil's going along with what Maz recommends. A glove that looks like he's been run over by a truck.
1-2. That's roped to right field. And Fowler's going to get held at third base. As the throw from Presley comes into the plate.
That ball was hit so hard it got out to Alex Presley in enough time where they had to hold him up at third. If it's not hit quite that hard, they're going to score. This ball is smoked. That's what these left-hand batters love to do. They love to go downstairs, pick the ball up off the dirt. And you know Fowler has great speed.
Pitch number 102 for Garrett Cole, and Clint Hurl comes out to get him. But Cole manages to go 5 1/3 tonight. He is responsible for the 2 men on base. 1-1 pitching change at PNC Park. Head and shoulders now with Old Spice. 6 of them tonight. Slider, the theme.
That's the theme. 4 out of the 6 with that breaking ball. Notice the fact it's downstairs. Good location. Good break. Big breaking slider. A lot of the sliders are a little tighter, a little shorter. Big break on those, and they get him up into that 6 strikeout category, including a fastball, strikeout, and a curveball.
Don't give up. There you go. Wait till the Pirates are at the plate and try it again. Here's Justin Wilson trying to shut things down here as the Rockies are threatening with 1 out. Top of the 6th inning. Wilson will face Troy Tulowitzki with Dexter Fowler at third and Corey Dickerson at first.
Tulo's not going to see much difference in speed if he sees the fastball. He does at 97 miles an hour. He doesn't hit into all that many double plays. Strikes out an average, not an alarming number, 53 strikeouts and close to 290 at bats.
Tulowitzki will step out, make everybody wait. One pitch to Tulowitzki. Wilson took a lot off that one. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Tulowitzki in Atlanta yesterday ejected for the 3rd time in his career. And umpire Marvin Hudson didn't see eye to eye over the called 3rd strike. And it was the 2nd time of the 3 ejections he's been thrown out of a ball game arguing over a called 3rd strike. The other time was a play at first base.
197 mile an hour heat, and he's got him in a strikeout scenario, 1 and 2. Now you can go downstairs with the hook, but again, he throws it so hard that Russell Martin's going to have to be on his toes. He goes downstairs and tries to get him to swing at something down under the strike zone. And he want it upstairs. That's fastball. You don't give that target when you want the curveballs. The target's lower. He's got that good fastball working, but Tulowitzki, the more of them he sees, the more familiar he'll become. Like to see the strikeout, like to see the runners left on 1st and 3rd, so Garrett Cole's off the hook. That runner obviously at 3rd would put him on the hook.
1 ball, 2 strike pitch from Wilson to Tulowitzki. Runners off the corners.
Still a high target. And Russell wanted it kind of in, maybe to try to tie him up and in, but still away. And even though you're throwing real hard, up and away is harder or easier to get a piece of. 97, 98 up and in is just tough to get at. Easier to stay alive up and away.
And again, the 1-2. That's a high chopper. Could be some trouble here.
And a save by Neil Walker.
That run charged to Garrett Cole, and now he is on the hook. The leadoff walk comes across to score.
Just a high chop. You can't. There's nothing you can do about it. You got to wait for it to come down. And Garrett Jones almost tossed it behind Neil Walker, and it would have just trickled away, and you would have had some more movement. Here's the chop. Garrett gets it, and you got no play at first base. And good save by Neil.
Well, it's a 2-1 Colorado lead now. Well played by Walker, though, preventing it from making things worse. Helton at the plate. 1 out and runners at 1st and 2nd. Strike 1. Helton struck out in the 4th inning. He also flying to right field back in the 2nd. Justin Wilson's 0-1 to Todd Helton will wait as he turns and walks Dickerson back to the second base bag. Now the 0-1. That's low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pirates bullpen take away last night's situation with the bullpen with Janmar Gomez and then Vic Black. Gomez getting tagged for the bulk of it. 7 runs, 5 of those earned. Black gave up a run. But, typically, most nights, Pirates bullpen is a shutdown bullpen.
But you don't want many like this at this point in the season, where you got to get them involved in the 6th inning and try to get basically 4 innings out of your bullpen. The more you can get out of your starters right now, this point in the season, the more you save those arms that have been very, very busy in the first 4 months of the season. Tonight it was all about the pitch count with the prize prospect Garrett Cole.
Ball and 2 strikes. Wilson worked Tuesday night against St. Louis, tossed a scoreless inning. He's been scored upon once in his last 12 appearances. The run scored this inning charged to Garrett Cole.
Dickerson still belongs to Garrett.
Did he go? Well, the runners are going. And now 2nd and 3rd for the Rockies. This inning just has been somewhat discombobulated for the Pirates. A leadoff walk started it.
There's the block, but it gets away, and Russell can't find it early enough. He looks to his left and then has to go back, and the instinctive move of that gut feel of knowing when to go. You can't think about it. Should I? Shouldn't I? It's just got to be go. And they picked the right time.
Infield in with 1 out, and Helton delivers. This will be 2 runs. Dickerson scores. Here comes Tulowitzki. It's now 4-1. Todd Helton, RBIs 35 and 36.
The veteran.
Well, the book now closed on Cole. He'll be responsible for 3 of the 4 runs.
And as a result of this 2-run single by Todd Helton, that's the first time Garrett Cole has given up 4 runs. And this is given up more than 3. Okay, he stays at 3 then. Okay, thank you.
Willian Rosario is at the plate now, 1 out and 1 on. So Garrett Cole giving up 3 runs, and that's not making the young man happy. Another run charged to the Pirates bullpen over the last 2 games. That's a few too many runs for Ray Sarage's liking.
Well, we've said all along, it's very rare to run the table for the whole season, and they've been fabulous, and they'll continue to be very good. It's just hard to be spotless for 6 months.
By the way, the Cardinals still angry about the series here in Pittsburgh, losing 4 of 5. They now lead Cincinnati 10-0 in the 5th. Diving stop by Barmes. What a play by the Pirates shortstop. It steals a hit from Rosario.
So Clint Barmes reminding the Rockies how good he has been for so many years playing shortstop. The ball's trying to hook away from him, but no.
Rosario now 0 for 3. 2-man out in the Colorado half of the 6th inning. Charlie Blackmon, the right fielder, will stand in with Todd Helton at first base. That's into right field on a base hit. And Blackmon is 1 for 3. 4th hit of the inning for Colorado.
Russell Martin out to talk with Wilson. So Cole's final line, as I stand corrected, 5 1/3 innings, 3 runs on 3 hits, a couple of walks, 6 strikeouts. As you look at this up and in, Pitch delivered by Wilson and tagged into right field just out of the reach of Garrett Jones.
Blackman at first, Helton at second base, and the batter will be Nolan Arenado. There'll be some concern in there, seeing the bullpen starting to give up some more hits in the last few days.
It's going to happen.
Arenado waits at the plate, and they pitch to him. Low for a ball, 1-0. Arenado, a California kid, so is Wilson. Playing for a strike. Out of Newport Beach, California originally, now Lake Forest, California. I like the name of his high school he went to. El Toro High School.
Familiar ring to it.
Not named after Pedro Alvarez, but
I think they're the El Toro Bulls. They're sports teams.
there's a good chance that's the case. This one fouled off. Now Bird has a victim. Don't drop him. 1-2 to Arenado. He's got a new seat coming. Wilson's pitch. Line drive to Walker. Damage done in the 6th inning. 3 runs on 4 hits. 4-1 Rockies after 5.5. Zip in Cincinnati.
That's just 25 runs so far in the last game and a half.
Ouch.
We gave them a total of 7 runs in the first 4 games of our series. Kind of glad they're gone. But you know they're not away for long. We're going to catch up to them and get them shortly.
At home. Next week, the road trip features Colorado and then St. Louis. So the way the schedule goes, the Pirates don't see the Rockies until today, August 2nd, and they'll play them 6 times in a 10-day period. Walker lifts this one deep to left field, and just before the warning track, Corey Dickerson makes the catch. Walker now 2 for 3 with a pair of doubles. Well, 1 out. Andrew McCutchen now will face Chassin. First pitch to Kutch is a strike. 1 for 2 tonight. An RBI base hit. Drove in the Pirates' only run in the 3rd inning. Up in the air to center field. Dexter Fowler. 2 men out. So 2 quick outs for the Pirates in the 6th. Sundays are Kids Days. Join us this Sunday at PNC Park. Pirates and Rockies at 1:35. All kids 14 and younger. Take home a Pedro Alvarez replica Sunday alternate jersey thanks to People's Natural Gas. Come early for the #1 Cochran Family Fun Zone on Federal Street. Stay after. Kids get to run the bases. Pirates.com for your tickets.
Well, Chassin, as Pedro steps in, has got his act together. Let's hope that Pedro can do something about it.
Takes a strike. Alvarez flied to center in the 1st inning and then hit into an inning-ending 3-6-3 double play in the 3rd. And now he finds himself at 0-2, taking the first 2 pitches. Chassin in the driver's seat. 2 outs, nobody on.
Well, he did drag that 1.90 road ERA into this game. So again, you're looking for some excitement, a lightning bolt, but you're not going to get it from the Pirates here in the bottom of the 6th.
Well, Pedro never got the bat off the shoulder, and he strikes out. He and Phil Cuzzi discuss it. On to the 7th. 4-1 Colorado. He's excited. Great looks from the HEH cam here tonight. Pirates looking for some runs. Need to shut down the Rockies as we go to the top of the 7th. 4-1 Colorado. Hits are even at 6 apiece. He's waiting for a next foul ball to come in his direction. Justin Wilson will face the number 9 hitter and pitcher Jhoulys Chacin. He's 0 for 2, grounded to short and struck out.
You know, we don't count them, but one of the great things about all these crowds is the number of young people, of kids in this ballpark that we've not seen the high percentage in a lot of years, but boy, this year they are here. That's wonderful. The innocence, the expressions, the fun they're having. They don't bluff. You see it on their faces. That's the people you teach the game to.
Wilson's 0-2 pitch. Tapper toward third. Pedro waits for the good hop. 1 out. Chacin back in the dugout. He's 0 for 3, but when you get the bat as a starting pitcher in the 7th inning, you're going to smile like that, regardless if you're 0 for 3 or 3 for 3.
Yep, you want 3 at bats every night, and that ball deflected off his elbow or forearm doesn't seem to be a problem for him.
1 out for Colorado in the 7th. Back to the top of the order. Dexter Fowler turning around to bat right-handed, takes a strike. You know, the last 23 road games for Colorado, their record is 6-17. And they have been outscored coming into tonight 123-60. They have not done very well on the road.
So this is the team we're playing tonight.
That's the team we're playing tonight. 2 Tulowitzki started it off with a solo home run to lead off the 2nd inning. Dexter Fowler walked, stole a base, and scored in the 6th. One 2 from Justin Wilson. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Todd Helton contributed with a 2-run single with the infield drawn in the 6th inning. Drive home Dickerson and Tulowitzki. Pitch foul back. And the count stays 2-2. Well, the old man of the mountains right there, Todd Helton, has indicated that he really has no plan at this time of retirement.
If he's doing what he just did, continues to do that.
Ground ball toward the middle. Walker with a backhand, and he throws him out.
Does it again. Neil Walker has patented that play up and back to second base. Showing a lot of range.
It's a lot harder than it looks, and especially when you retire a guy with good speed like Fowler.
I thought that ball might be deflected by Wilson, might have hit second base, but it gets out to Neil and he gets it done. That really is an outstanding play. And you're right. He makes a tough play look easy.
That's a hard throw. That is a hard throw to make. Fowler 0 for 3. DJ LeMahieu. The 1 strike count. Now it's 1-1. New baseball for Justin Wilson. LeMahieu has struck out twice and grounded out. .275 on the season for him. Made his major league debut in 2011 with the Cubs. And then participated in 81 games for Colorado last year, with 37 games with the Cubs in 2011, climbing 3 different levels of baseball to finally get to the big leagues.
We need to get this out and then take a breather. Maybe like take a break in between. Maybe something like a break in the 7th inning.
Like a stretch? Stand up and stretch them out?
Yeah, something like that.
Maybe you want to start a new tradition. Ground ball to second base. Here's Walker. 3 ground balls in the inning. Justin Wilson retires the Rockies in order. It is stretch time. Let's stand up and have a stretch, and we'll keep you here around the ballpark and show you the full house.
We invite you now to stand, follow the bouncing Eaton Park Smiley Cookie, and join everyone watching at home on Root Sports as we sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
We head to the bottom of the 7th inning, trailing by 3 runs. It's a 4-1 Colorado lead. Joey's Chacin, the starter, still out there.
Well, they haven't gotten Russell Martin out yet.
He was 1 for 1 and was hit by a pitch. Martin started the 4th inning with a base hit, then was erased. Garrett Jones hit into a double play. Second one Jones has hit into tonight. Third one the Rockies have turned.
Yeah, they did it in 3 straight innings, and they got Russell at second base 2 out of those 3.
Right into the glove of the third baseman Arenado.
You can't hit that ball much harder.
1 out. And Martin heads back to the dugout. Nolan Arenado sticking the glove up and making the catch. See a lot of white in the webbing of the glove.
Snow cone.
Jones hits this one down the left field side, and that'll slice into the seats. A long strike for Garrett. And Garrett would love to do something here to spark the Pirates after hitting into 2 double plays. He's 0 for 2. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jones. Jared Hughes starting to work in the Pirates bullpen.
Very impressive rehab stint. Went to 8 scoreless, I believe. Clean work for Jared.
Just back today, the roster move activating Hughes and Vic Black sent back to AAA Indianapolis. Jones has good career numbers against the Rockies. 324 is his career average against Colorado. He has 7 home runs against the Rockies. 24 out of 74 against them.
one of the things that has helped Chacin tonight is the fact that he hasn't walked anybody. We're talking about his good control coming into the game. 20 starts, just 36 walks, so that certainly helps. He's not a dazzler in terms of speed, just 3 strikeouts, but he keeps making pitches.
Jones another ball right to Tulowitzki. Jones is 0 for 3. Well, in the minors, some good news. One of the Pirates' 2 first-round draft choices, Reese McGuire, the catcher for the Gulf Coast League Pirates, named the GCL Player of the Month for July. He hit .369 with 9 doubles and 12 RBIs. .424 on base percentage in 21 games in his first full month as a professional baseball player.
It is a full month.
14th overall pick in this year's draft. Alex Presley tries to bunt his way on. Chacin fields and throws. And the Pirates are gone 1-2-3 in the 7th. Prized pitching prospects for those numbers. He is expected to be moved up to AAA on Monday. He'll be added to the Indianapolis roster, we understand, and a promotion in order for Jameson Taillon, moving up from AA to AAA.
Yeah, the big wheel keeps on turning.
A big arm on the way.
Yeah.
Well, they came dressed for it tonight, as did many. We're hoping the Pirates can come back somehow, some way, as we get late in this ball game. Top of the 8th inning. Clint Hurdle managing against his old team, the Rockies, tonight. Not happy with what he's seeing so far. Jared Hughes, first appearance in a while for the Bucks.
16th overall. Getting late. Got to throw up another 0 and see if we can figure out what to do against Mr. Chacin.
Hughes facing Dickerson. Dickerson 2 for 3. Pair of singles. He had base hits in the 4th inning and again in the 6th inning. First pitch from Jared. A little bouncer to Farmas. He charges, plays the short hop. Nice play by Farmas. 1 pitch and 1 out in the Colorado 8th. Big crowd here tonight. The 10th sellout crowd of the season. 37,487.
And they're waiting for something to do. Something to cheer about.
Rotunda filled up again tonight. 37,487. Pirates had better than 30,000. Better than 31,000 for each game of the Cardinal series. So they haven't seen a crowd this week smaller than 31, almost 32,000.
But the Pirates offense struggling. Nothing last night, very little tonight. And that's got to change. You got to help these pitchers out. You got to swing the bats. And when you get into these games where you're not doing much offensively and you're only giving up 4 runs, you need to win some of those, like 7-4, 7-5, 6-5. Just some of them you got to outscore the other team rather than just outpitch them. They've been outpitching everybody, but they got to get some help for the staff.
Ground ball to third. Pedro's got it. Throw is high. Jones gets his foot on the bag, and Tulowitzki's out. Let's go down and check in with Dan Potash. Danny.
All right, guys, it's time for our Day Automotive. This day in baseball history. The Rockies are celebrating their 20th anniversary this season, and Todd Helton has been around for 17 of them. In fact, 17 years ago today, the rookie made his major league debut at Three River Stadium, recorded a single, and the first of his 361 home runs. Yeah, he should have played football instead.
Clean shaven.
Clean shaven and a lot younger. One ball and no strikes to Helton. 1 for 3, 2 RBIs. 2 balls, no strikes. Hitting .262. His numbers have tailed off a little, but still manages to be productive, and he's very efficient as a defensive first baseman. Two and one to Helton. Jared Hughes trying to get him out. Get 2 ground balls to start the inning, retiring Dickerson and Tulowitzki. Three and one for the Pirates. In the bottom of the 8th, Clint Barmas scheduled to lead off. Then the pitcher's spot. Expect to see a pinch hitter there, and then back to the top of the order in Starling Marte. Strike 2 to Helton. 3 and 2. Orlin Rosario, the catcher, on deck.
Good to see the Mad Stork back. Jared Hughes. He got that game face on. Regardless of the results, he is ready to get after it.
This one's going to sail out of play down the left field side. Marte gave it a run, but ran out of room. Yeah, the Mad Stork. You like that name, huh?
Back in the old NFL days of Ted Hendrick. He's an easy guy to root for. Jared Hughes. The guy, he likes what he's doing. He likes being here.
He's talking.
Yeah, he's locked in.
He's talking. You wonder who's listening, but he's talking.
He's listening to and answering.
Payoff pitch. And fouled off by Helton.
I wonder how many good pitches Todd Helton has fouled off. Good pitchers' pitches in these 17 years, other than a lot.
Here's the 3-2. He walked it. 2-out walk issued to Helton. That'll bring up Rosario. Hughes was a pitch away from getting out of the inning. Now they'll have to face another hitter. Trying to get Rosario, who is 0 for 3. Last time up, Rosario was robbed by Clint Barmas. Hit a hot shot that was destined for the left field grass, but Barmas a step or two to his right, then laid out for the ball. That went off the foot of Rosario, foul ball. See where it hit him. Got to call a tow truck. How fast you think the ball's coming off the bat? Straight down on your toe.
Fast enough to hurt.
100 miles an hour or so. Hughes is 0-1. This one belted into left field, a base hit. And Rosario limps down to first base. Helton is safe at second. 2 on and 2 out for the Rockies, with Blackmon the batter coming up.
Conference time, and while they're talking, you go back to the bottom of the 3rd inning when the Pirates had 3 straight base hits. The Marte infield hit, and then the double by Walker, single by McCutchen. Looked like they were set up for something really special. They already knocked that 1 run in, but that's been it because Pedro Alvarez hit into the double play. The 3-6-3 started by Helton. That's what I'm looking back at now. That opportunity early in the ball game, it just didn't pan out. And that was, I believe, the first of 3. No, that was the middle of 3 innings where the Rockies turned a double play. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, large.
Charlie Blackmon is 1 for 3 for the Rockies. Left-handed hitting outfielder takes a ball. Rockies have done their damage in just 2 innings, the 2nd and the 6th. In fact, in the first 7 innings, they went 1, 2, 3 4 times. Tulowitzki with a home run got it started, made it a 1-0 game. Pirates tied it in the 3rd inning on a base hit by McCutchen, scoring Marte. And this one in the air to left center field. McCutchen wants it. He'll put it away. And a scoreless inning for Jared Hughes. 4-1 Colorado, heading to the bottom of the 8th. In the bottom of the 8th inning. And on tonight's all-new edition of Inside Pirates Baseball, Clint Barmas tells us about his Little League scuffle with Jimmy Rollins. We find out which bucko may have a career in television after his baseball career is over, and much more. It's a new Inside Pirates Baseball presented by Allegheny Health Network. It debuts tonight after Pirates postgame on Root Sports. Carlos Gonzalez listed as day-to-day with a finger injury on his right hand. He's got the glove over that right hand. The all-star outfielder is out there in the 8th inning for defense. Clint Barmas takes ball 1. Gonzalez did not start. Weren't sure if we were going to see him play in this series, but he is out there here in game 1. And Barmas grounds out to 3rd. 1 out. Play made by Arenado. And a pinch hitter.
Chacin has been the story. Just 85 pitches. He's in control. Very clean line. A couple of complete games 2 years ago in a shutout. Came close to a complete game earlier in the season this year against the Philadelphia Phillies, 8 2/3. But he is rolling, and it is a very tidy performance.
His best performance to date was on the 28th of June against the Giants when he won 8 innings and gave up just 3 hits, didn't give up a run. It was his 4th straight win at that time. He had won 5 straight at one point this season. And Josh Harrison to face him. 276 hitter is Josh. And a ball and 2 strikes. Harrison fouls this one off. Two for 14 as a pinch hitter, but he has 6 hits in his last 13 at bats overall. Fouls this one away.
Again, just 3 strikeouts, but no free passes and a very consistent breaking ball.
Matt Belisle on the hill in the bullpen for Colorado. Brian Morris for the Pirates. Both bullpens active late in the ball game. Just seen one of his best performances of the season. Harrison fouls it off.
And you know, we talked extensively before the game started about how miserable the Rockies' fortunes have been recently. With a quick conference, you see the smile on Chacin's face. He knows he's in control of this ball game. Catcher delivers the message and they'll be ready to go. It's been a struggle, but what do they say? Your chances are just as good as today's starting pitcher.
1-2 pitch. And Harrison fouls it back. And Chacin's spot in the batting order comes up second in the top of the 9th inning. So this will more than likely be it for him. Walt Weiss will congratulate him and tell him he's done a good job tonight, and let Belisle finish up probably. Right at Tulowitzki.
Well, that was hit hard, but the Adam ball.
2 men out.
And that's the way it's going for Chacin, even down to the point where the ball that hit him deflected to a shortstop for an out. A painful out, but an out nonetheless. It's his night so far. From getting through 8 innings with less than 100 pitches.
13 groundouts, 7 flyouts, and he struck out 3.
Another one, beautiful place. That's a pitcher's pitch right there.
One of the 3 he struck out was Marte, who struck out in the first. Singled in the 3rd and scored. And a ground ball to Tulowitzki. Strong throw, and he got him. So the Pirates
talk about tidy.
Yeah, 1-2-3. Chacin gets the Bucks. By Nissan, game 2 of this 3-game series. The matchup of aces with Jorge De La Rosa going for the Rockies, Francisco Liriano for the Pirates. De La Rosa 10-5, 321 earned run average. Liriano 11-4, an ERA of 2.16. Sunday, Juan Nicasio for the Rockies. He's 6-5, but has an ERA of almost 5. And A.J. Burnett on the hill for the Pirates, 4-7, but his ERA is under 3. Liriano getting set for his start tomorrow, because it's with another lefty, Jeff Locke. 4-1 Rockies, top of the 9th inning. Jhoulys Chacin through 8 innings, retired the last 15 he faced since giving up a single to Russell Martin to lead off the 4th inning.
Faced the minimum since the 3rd.
Presley will go to left field from right field. Harrison remains in the game and goes to right field. And Brian Morris will enter in Starling Marte's spot in the batting order. And Morris will pitch the 9th. Face Arenado to start things off, then a pinch hitter, and then Dexter Fowler. They've rooted for 50 years, Steve.
Thank you. Appreciate you being there that night.
So the top of the 9th inning. Game 1 of this 3-game series. Rockies' big inning, the 6th inning. They put 3 runs up, 2 off of Garrett Cole and 1 off of Justin Wilson. A base hit to lead off the inning. First pitch swinging was Arenado. 1 on, nobody out.
So we're going to see Charlie Culberson. Oh, Chacin goes the 8 very, very impressive innings, giving up a run on 6 hits, did not walk a batter, and struck out 3. Terrific night of pitching. Jim Wright is pitching coach. You know, you pitch like that, you can talk about pitching, talk about hitting, talk about whatever you want to. Like to go seek out people to talk to.
And isn't it the opposite way when you're on the other side of that? You're not talking to anybody. Amazing how different the mood is from one pitcher in one dugout to the other.
Oh, yeah. That's the way it works.
Charlie Culberson made his first career start with the Rockies on the 31st of July at Atlanta. Go to first base, and Arenado is back. He was acquired by Colorado from San Francisco in the Marco Scutaro deal. Happened last July. Culberson made his big league debut last year at Arizona in May for the Giants. .1-0 pitch coming. That's a base hit. Brian Morris has given up 2 quick singles in the 9th. Back to the top of the order for Colorado, Dexter Fowler. Nobody out and 2 on.
And with his speed, we'll take a look down at Stu Cole, third base coach. Be surprised to see him try to push the runners around.
Pirates defensively are expecting it. Both corner infielders in. Fowler wants to get it down to third base if he does get it down.
Better have your act together too, because he has great speed. He's not bunting
away, but it gets away from Martin, and the runners move up anyway.
Doesn't need to now, and wasn't gonna there.
Wild pitch by Morris.
The breaking pitches, the sliders, the curveballs, when they're in the dirt, they have a lot of spin on them. They can go all kind of different ways. This one takes off on the first base side.
Nothing in one to Fowler. Infield is in. And a ground ball to second base. Nobody will go anywhere. They'll flip to second. Now they've got Culberson in a rundown. Walker tags it. So they'll take a man out of scoring position and get the out there.
Yeah, why not take that out? Although that ball got on the ground and it got a little dicey. And actually, all they had to do is keep running that man. At this point, just keep running toward third base. You don't have to throw it again. But they did, and again.
So the pitch coming to DJ LeMahieu. Want to keep Fowler at first base, keep that forced play in order with one out. Clint Hurl was talking about rundowns the other day in the clubhouse, saying that you know, is there a way you want a guy to run? Is there a way you want to get a runner going to the base that he was on, or the base that he's going to? And he said it doesn't matter. You want to get him going in motion one way or the other.
Get him out of control running.
A lot of times as kids, you learn to run the guy back to the base he was coming from.
Yeah, it's not all bad.
No, but to get the guy in motion is the first thing, whether it's one way or the other.
Of course, the old saying, every coach who's worked baseball, what's the ideal number of throws? 0.
To LeMahieu. LeMahieu's 0 for 4. First and third, one out. Throw to first base. That throw in and out of the glove of Garrett Jones.
How many kids across America have gone out in the backyard and you play that game? Get them in a pickle. Just play rundowns because it's fun. You get 3 kids. Just rotate, 2 with the glove, 1 in the middle.
0-1 pitch. Nothing in 2 to LeMahieu. Lots of souvenirs tonight. 37,487 on hand. 10th sellout crowd of the year. Expecting another one tomorrow. Pirates play the Rockies Sunday afternoon, 1:35. A day off on Monday. And then the Marlins come in for 3.
And they've been pitching extremely well lately.
They have been. Got some young arms that are very, very good. Tapper to Alvarez. He's coming to the plate, and Martin tags him out.
Good quick tag by Russell at home plate. So the Pirates eliminating people in scoring position.
2 gone in the top of the 9th inning.
Chop to third. Pedro decides to come home. And Russell brings that ball back over from the first base side. Got the leg there.
Good look from the AGH cam as Martin made the tag. Had the plate blocked pretty well. The leg of the base runner got through a bit.
I think the key was Russell's ability to bring the ball back quickly from the first base side. Quick tag, the art of the tag.
Here is Carlos Gonzalez, his first at bat. He has had a problem with the middle finger on his right hand. Runners are trying to move up, and they will. Another wild pitch. Charge to Brian Morris, his second one. 2 men in scoring position again. A lot of traffic in the ninth. Fowler is at third base. LeMahieu is at second. And Carlos Gonzalez, a dangerous customer at the plate. He is second in the National League in home runs behind Alvarez. He has 26. Two balls and no strikes.
Still have not scored here in the ninth, but it has been a struggle for Brian Morris. 2 quick base hits and then a couple of outs. Now he's back in the soup.
Popped up, shallow left. Here comes Presley. He will make the catch. Rockies strand 2. They get 2 hits. Last wraps for the Pirates, heading to the bottom of the ninth, trailing 4-1. He's ready, and the fans definitely ready for a run. Great shot by the AGH cam. The Jolly Rogers here every night, growing in number. It's created quite an atmosphere, the most different atmosphere in baseball for sure.
A lot of people still here keeping the faith, showing their colors.
Neil Walker will lead off. He'll face left-hander Rex Brothers. Walker will bat right-handed.
7 saves for this lefty.
Pirates need to put together a 3-run ninth to extend the ball game.
Strikeouts in 45 innings.
Walker is 2 for 3 tonight. He takes a strike. Walker has not had as much success from the right side of the plate as he has from the left side. Hitting 190 as a right-handed hitter. And 256 as a lefty. 247 overall.
And that right-hand average will probably continue the conversation about Stay switch hitting. Go to left-handed all the time. Get those numbers up, and that conversation gets quiet. Got to get him up.
0-2 pitch. Neal strikes out. Have to throw it down. So 1 out in the bottom half of the 9th inning. Lean Rosario throws him out. 2-3 goes to put out. St. Louis with a 13-3 lead in the 7th. Let's just say with a 10-run lead, they've got that game in hand in Cincinnati. And if things don't turn around for the Pirates here, the Bucs will stay in first place in the Central, but by only half a game. We'll work on extending that tomorrow night. McCutchen, the straightaway center field and deep. This ball is off the top of the wall. And into second base with a double is Andrew McCutchen. Boy, Dexter Fowler looked like he was playing that as a home run. He just sort of turned around and watched it. He thought it was gone. But McCutchen pulls in with his 29th double.
Didn't miss going out by much. Andrew got a lot of it. Out over the plate, straightaway center field. That's how close. About a foot and a half underneath the top of the padded wall. That gets the faithful interested.
And a tying run in the on-deck circle now. Alvarez will take a strike. Pedro's 0 for 3 tonight.
You almost feel like it's a bigger Colorado lead because of the way Chacín was pitching, but it's 3 runs. Don't believe for a minute that the Rockies think it's got win written all over it yet, the way they've been struggling.
Alvarez to right center field. That's going to get a run in. That ball's going to the wall. Pedro around first and into second with a run scoring double. It's 4-2. And the tying run coming to the plate.
No law against it.
Just went down and got it.
At this point, this game belongs to brothers, but now they want to talk to him.
RBI number 71 for Alvarez. Pedro at second, double number 11, and now Russell Martin, who is 1 for 2. And Martin has come up with some very big hits late in ball games for the Pirates this year.
Brothers has given up 3 home runs. Betancourt 15 saves, but he's on the DL.
0-1 to Russell Martin. Chacín not smiling as much as he was last.
The loneliness of not the long distance runner, the starting pitcher hoping to get it in the barn.
One ball and 1 strike.
Brothers reaches back and gets a little extra jump on that fastball. 95 miles an hour.
Rally cap, so far so good. Hoping to keep it going. 1-1 pitch. And Martin in the air to center field. Fowler drawing back. In front of the track makes the catch. Pedro will head to third. He slides in safely there. So 2 men are out for the Pirates in the bottom of the 9th with a runner at third and the tying run coming to the plate. It'll be Gabby Sanchez for Jones.
It looked good coming off the bat, but he got under it just a little bit. Didn't miss it by much. Still looks good coming off the bat.
Breeze picking up just a little bit, maybe at the right time, blowing out to left field for the right-handed hitting Gabby Sanchez. Alvarez at third, 4-2, bottom of the 9th, 2 outs. And Sanchez takes ball 1. Pirates have come back 25 times this year. 338 against lefties for Gabby. Much better against lefties than righties. 2-0. Rosario might have saved the run right there.
Right off the plate. And those are the skippers that just create that kind of body action for a catcher.
He can't stand up anymore. Yeah. So 2-0.
Every starter has a different way of waiting for this. They pace, they go in the clubhouse, they stay in the dugout.
And out of the glove of Rosario, but it's a strike. 2-1. Pirates down to their last out tonight. Clint Hurdle still believes. Sanchez to right field. Will it stay down? No. Caught by Blackman, and the ball game is over. Pirates get the tying run to the plate in the bottom of the 9th. Can't finish it off and lose the opener here tonight, 4-2 to the Colorado Rockies. And Jhoulys Chacín pitching a gem tonight, 8 innings of 6-hit, 1-run baseball, and he picks up his 10th win of the season. Garrett Cole will be charged with the loss. He is now 5-5.
And another example of the pitching that's not too bad. I mean, many nights this kind of pitching performance for the Pirates is good enough to win if you get some legitimate offense. But when you score 2 runs, that makes it tough. And so, yeah, you tip your cap to Chacín, but you continue your concern about the Pirate offense.
Pirates are now 65-44, still 21 games above 500. And the Rockies have won their 52nd game of the year to go to 52-59. 4-2 the final score tonight. The Rockies beat the Pirates. Let's check in now with Paul Alexander and Kent Tekulve.
All right, Tim, thank you very much. And the Pirates come up with a